The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. At the 28-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Third down. On third down, Alexander. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To number 47. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings
on 3rd down. It's Alexander, and this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken right about the 40.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Mexico City.
They'll look to throw. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's got his big tight end here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 15-yard line.
1st down.
A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Rams ready to go on offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
somewhere
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
1st down and 10.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Still on his feet. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Number 22.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Diablos 7, Chargers nothing.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Stepping up, he'll try it. And it's a fumble.
The quarterback on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And the Mexico City.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what,
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, and maybe looking for two here in the second quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
12 yards there and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end
end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And it is now 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. Halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Aftershocks who have the lead. The Aftershocks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Seahawks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route.
The pass.
That catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Boldin all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Boldin with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
He's going to try and do this himself. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
The quarterback sacked. Fumble on the play.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Gain on the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this.
The quarterback.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Alexander. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare effort afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st down, Diablos.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Complete to
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go. Mike my board, Mike my board.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. Let's see if they can avoid doing it here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jenkins. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th
and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But game using a variety of coverages.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Mexico City.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Another carry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It leads to second down.
2nd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Chargers on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Taken down and sacked.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Breaks through the contact. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to 4. Little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the 40, not quite to the 35.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
I got one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Rush in.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.